Get out your notebook and paper or pencils because 4.06 is all about vocabulary. Now, I know some of these can be very, very challenging, and so you have to kind of figure out, be a detective and figure out what the vocabulary is. So let's go ahead and try and see if we can look at a few of these. Here we've got the first one. Esta es una ciudad en España. You know that España is Spain. La ciudad se llama Granada. You know that se llama means is called, or that's its name. So Granada en España, you can tell that una ciudad would be a city. So Madrid es una ciudad en España. Madrid is a city in Spain. So write down una ciudad, and that is going to be a city. Now we're talking about in la ciudad, there is, you should remember that word, very important. Hay, un parque. So what do you think a parque might be? It sounds similar. It's kind of a cognate. So parque would be a park. Y muchos edificios. So besides showing a park here, they show edificios. So what else would that be? Buildings, of course. So estos son edificios. They show you again here. El edificio es alto. So you know that that means tall. So you can tell what they're talking about here. En el parque hay una fuente. So it's showing you a picture of a fountain. So una fuente is a fountain. So you have to kind of be a little bit of a detective and really look at those pictures to figure out what the vocabulary is. And make sure you write those down, make flashcards, and study them. You're expected to know all of this new vocabulary. You're going to be using it. So we're going to click on the arrow now. And we're going to get some more places. So other places that you can go to en la ciudad, in the city. We've got la biblioteca. Okay, you see lots of books, so you can narrow it down. It's either going to be a bookstore or a library. In this case, it's a library. We've got a repetition here, parque. You already know escuela is school. Estadio, it's a cognate. So, of course, you can figure out that it's a stadium, and they're playing a sport there, okay? And un museo is also a cognate, as well as hospital. So, you know, if you look carefully, these aren't too hard to figure out. Make sure you write down all of those places. Practice listening and spelling them. So we've got yo no voy al correo right here. Now, you may not go to the post office anymore, but that's what they look like. Okay. You've got a postmaster or what are they called? A letter carrier right here. And so you've got somebody that delivers the mail. Oops, and it looks like it kicked me out there for a second. We're going to go back there. Okay, so we're going to keep going through and get back where we were. Okay, so cartero is a mail carrier. We've got teatro, okay, which again, we've got the word up here, so just got to look. El actor va a teatro. We've got the theater, and then we've also got a movie theater, which is different than a regular theater, and that is cine. So you've got a bunch of new vocabulary, and this last one here, libreria, okay, you gotta be real careful because it looks like a library, but it's really not. It's called a false cognate. So we already learned library was biblioteca right here, and libreria is a bookstore. Okay, so it's up to you now. You have to practice these. You have to make flashcards. You can't just look at them, write them down once, and move on. So you need to speak them over and over again, have somebody else quiz you on them, play some games, check the internet for some flashcard games if you need to, but you need to memorize those. Now we've got our actual assessment. So you're going to go ahead and open it up, and you're going to answer these questions and practice the vocabulary. That's part of helping you remember. Make sure you click and check your answers. And then for the assessment, it's actually really pretty easy because it says here, all you're going to write down is the place, the name of the place that you learned in the lesson. Again, you're not Googling this place. This place is what you learned. So the hardest part is to figure out what it is here. So for number one, it said, miro mis libros. So you know it has something to do with books. Y yo estudio, I study, la lección en silencio. So where's a place where you would read books, study the lesson in silence? And you're just going to put the name of that place in Spanish. They're going to turn that writing activity in and study, study, study. You're going to have a big test pretty soon.